Welcome to Vespers, everyone. The last in our springtime evening series. If you remember, we first met for Vespers back in March, and we added this weeknight opportunity to be together when we were first learning how to stay home. Nearly a full season has passed, and now we find ourselves right on the edge of summer 2020. Tonight is our final Vespers for the springtime season, and we're so glad you're here. Our service will be approximately 30 minutes in length and includes music, readings, and intentional silence. The sun sets tonight at 8:25. The tide will be high one more time in Plum Island Sound just at 10:30. The moon is waxing crescent tonight. Let us find rest in the hours that follow and go into this good night tonight together. I'll ask you to join me as we light our chalice and ask you to say our chalice lighting words as you know them or as you're learning them. In the light of truth, the warmth of community, and the fire of commitment, we gather this day. May the flame we now kindle be to us a symbol of the holiness we seek.
Friends, our first reading is called Marginal Wisdom, and it's by our colleague Leslie Takahashi. I chose this reading in honor of Pride Month, which is June. They teach us to read in black and white. Truth is this, the rest false. You are whole or broken. Who you love is acceptable or not. Life, though, tells its truth in many hues. We are taught to think in either or, to believe the teachings of Jesus or Buddha, to believe in human potential or a power beyond a single will. I am broken or I am powerful. Life, though, life embraces multiple truths. It speaks of both and of and. We have been taught to see in absolutes, good versus evil, male versus female, old versus young, gay versus straight. Life, though, embraces multiple truths, speaks of spectrums, of more than this and that combined. Let us then see the fractions, the spectrum, the margins. Let us open our hearts to the complexity of our worlds. Let us make our lives sanctuaries to nurture many identities. The day is coming when all will know that rainbow is more gorgeous than monochrome, that a river of identities can ebb and flow over the static, stubborn rocks in its course, that the margins themselves hold the center. Friends, let us take a few moments of rest in silence together. Friends, I'd like to invite you into a time of prayer and reflection. Let's take a couple deep breaths together. Spirit of love and life, help us to find peace within so that we may be calm throughout. Help us find silence within so that we may find compassion throughout. Remind us that the world is always shifting, that some things are worth waiting for, and some things should never have been a wait at all. But here they are, late, maybe not enough, but here, our preciously inadequate blessing. Help us to be reminded that the journey is important too. Just as the destination is, let us see that there can be so much doing, so much learning, so much resisting, even in this non-doing part of life. Spirit, keep us strong and holding on. Let us find quiet and renewal and courage and transformation, all four in equal measure. And Spirit, keep us in this moment of momentum as long as we have to. Let us never grow tired of being called back to love. Blessed be, and amen, and let us spend a few more moments in silence together.
Our second reading this evening is by Adrienne Marie Brown. A complex movement, over and over again. It becomes known. Peace we seek is seeking us. The joy of full bud awaiting our attention. Justice in our hands longing to be practiced. The whole world learning from within. This thrilling moat in the universe, laboratory, labyrinth, internalized demands. You are the one you are waiting for. Externalize love. Bind us together into a greater self, a complex movement, a generative abundance, an embodied evolution. Learn to be here. Critique is a seductress. Her door is always open. So what if you get some, we are going further past reform to wonder. This requires comprehension that cannot fit in words. Out beyond our children, beyond the end of time, there is a ceaseless cycle, a fractal of sublime, and we come to create it, to soil our hands and faces, loving, loving, and loving ourselves and all our places.
Friends, let us extinguish our shared chalice with our familiar extinguishing words. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Spirit of love and life that brings us peace within, help us to be calm throughout. Spirit of this night, bring us silence within, so that we may find compassion without. Spirit, keep us strong and holding on. Help us find quiet and renewal, and let us find courage and transformation. Keep us in this moment of momentum, and let us never grow tired of being called back to love. On this, our final springtime's Vespers service, on this last evening together in spring of 2020, the sun sets at 8:25, and the tide will be high again just at 10:30. May this be a blessed evening. Good night, friends.